Eagle Eye Football here. Palace 2, Leeds 1. Here with Neil Chairman. Thoughts on the game? Well, let me be more specific. The first half an hour.
But there's nothing to say about the first half an hour. The worst half an hour for 2 years even. We couldn't hold the ball, couldn't pass. Keeper was dodgy. Mark, when he got burned by Bamford, I couldn't believe it. And he had to put his shirt. I've never seen that happen before. But yeah, I mean, as you said earlier, it was awful. They could have been 2-3 nil down, but once he made the swap and Ayu went into midfield, a bit better tackling. So yeah, we much better the second half. I mean, end of the first half and all the second half, much better game.
You know what? I feel like it was like in the first couple of minutes, VG's kicked one out and it was like everyone just went, ugh. Do you think that would settle the back line? Because every time we then passed it to Gaeta, it was like everyone was on tensive.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it only takes one defender to get nervous, and then the other defenders think, "Oh, do I pass? Don't I pass?" And in the end, they get nervous, and then everyone's nervous, and you think, "What the hell's going on?" But VG's kicking the last 2 games now have been very suspect, and it wouldn't surprise me if we do see Sam Johnson sooner rather than later. But he made a good save from Bamford, to be fair to him, though.
He did. I was actually going to ask, do you think it's time for Johnson to come in?
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. That's down to Vieira, but I think sometimes players going to kick up the pants, aren't they? You know, and to play better, which is pretty what he did to Mitchell today, didn't he? Because Mitchell's been a bit poor the last couple of games, and to show that no one's like indestructible, everyone can be dropped, and maybe dropping VG will actually make it play better. Had more with Speroni and Hennessy when they first came in, so why not? You know, why not? It's a huge game again next week against Leicester, so.
Absolutely. I mean, Schluppy obviously came in left back. I thought he struggled at times and stuff, but what I did see is that he is actually more of an attacking option down the left-hand side. Do we persist with Schlupp next week? Go back to Mitchell?
I would go back to Mitchell. I think, don't get me wrong, Schlupp is a very good player, very strong going forward, very fast, but terrible left back now, isn't he? He's out of position a lot. I don't think he supports Zaha very well, and you can see Zaha having to go at him. And obviously, he's not. To be fair to him, he's not used to that playing across the back business. But no, I would go back to Mitchell. But at least Mitchell knows now that if he starts to let his standards drop again, he'd quite happily put Schlupp back there again. But I wouldn't persist with it personally. I think it'd make them unsettle the rest of the defence anyway. Personally.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Edouard, I tell you what, he's really coming into his own now, isn't he?
Well, we were talking about this at the end of the game, and we were saying that who had a good game today, and it was easy to say who didn't have a good game today. And I thought Anderson played pretty well, and I thought Ward played better at the end. But Edouard's whole contribution, holding the ball up, scored a good goal. He kept hold. He's strong. He's got good feet. He was fantastic today. Can't knock it. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Unlucky to get substituted, but maybe he was tired. I'm not really sure, but he did run his heart out today. Done all the pressing and the closing down. So yeah, my man of the match, Edouard, comfortably today.
Absolutely. What do you think changed in the second half? I have a theory that Leeds tired because their press first half was brilliant.
Yeah.
Such. Do you think that contributed to us being better, or did we just need that kick up the backside from Gaffer?
From where I was sitting, I don't think Leeds' press actually reduced that much. Actually, I think it was Vieira who must have given them the proper hairdryer treatment at half time, because I don't think we're a bad team, but a good team can play badly, and that's what we did. When you just can't pass each other, and you're panicking, so you're firing the ball in it, and then the guy's first touch is bad. It looks terrible. The second half, we played a bit more straightforward, a bit more simple, not fancy flicks. We're trying to pass into the players, and that worked a treat, really, didn't it? And then the 2 goals were brilliant, weren't they? Really, especially Eze, who for me didn't do anything for the whole game except for the goal which he took with pure quality. Pure quality, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Finally, Ayu. That tactical shift of moving him from out wide right to centre mid actually allowed us to settle. Have we found a spot for him now in our team where everyone's happy that he's playing?
I'll be brutally honest with you, and Ayu gets a bad rep, and from where I sit, a lot of people slag him off continuously. But I think he's, you look at people like Phil Barber and Alan Pardew for the older members of the watching But I think you need a player like that. You need a player who's deceptively strong, defensively quick, wins a lot of free kicks, and I think he breaks that play. He's happy to run with the ball as well, and sometimes you need that, and he creates space. He draws people towards him, which obviously frees somebody else, and he can pass off. I think he's very underrated, Ayew, and I would definitely have him in the team. And probably the 8 role is a pretty good role for him. I wouldn't say he's going to be as good as Gallagher at 8, but he does very well, and he's strong, and he does win a lot of free kicks. No, I definitely have him in the side, no question about it. Don't see the point in playing him on the wing and playing Elise inside. Play Ayew inside the whole game, personally.
Absolutely. Neil, pleasure as always. Out the Palace.
Always,